This broadcast is a Stephen K. Media production.
The success of the small business person is the cornerstone of the American economy. Welcome to the Small Business Today Show with your hosts, Cruz and Hughes. The Small Business Today Show is for and about small business advancement and development. What we do for you. We'll be taking your calls as we provide you small business intelligence and mentorship needed to grow your business creatively. Keep listening. The Small Business Today Show with Cruz and Hughes starts now.
Hello and welcome back to today's episode of Small Business Today with Cruz and Hughes right here on Blog Talk Radio, where we broadcast every day, Monday through Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is the place where we discuss the topics that inspires entrepreneurs from thought to action. We welcome your calls, your comments, and questions. If you want to join our conversation, please pick up your phone. Give us a shout, 347-857-3958. Again, the number here is 347-857-3958. Now, Irv, I always like to remind them that they can get out of calling if they just go to the website, click on Blog Talk Radio, enter the show, and then just jump in the chat room. Put your questions in. Stephen K. will be more than happy to make certain that your questions are brought to our attention on the show. So if you have a question, don't hesitate. Put it in there, and we'll still get you an answer.
Absolutely. And folks, just remember, we do this show for you. So you may have a question that could benefit a lot of other people. So don't hesitate to go in the chat room. If you don't want to call into the show, I think you ought to call in myself so that you can join in the conversation. And especially today, because we have an absolute stellar guest for you today. So I'm not going to steal any of her thunder just yet. But if you guys are on cruisandhughes.com and you're watching us on Ustream.tv, our guest today will absolutely make John and I look a lot better than what you're used to seeing when you're here on Cruz and Hughes. But at any rate, John, what'd you get into today, man?
It's raining here in Houston. For those of you who are listening or watching the show from Cruz and Hughes, it's raining here, and I did my best to stay dry, so I stayed in the office for most of the day.
Man, I've been out running around in the rain all day, and you stayed in the office.
I stayed in the office. My suit's dry, and I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Well, man, you know what? I had a chance to do some calisthenics today.
Really?
Yeah, man. I stepped in a puddle of water. And danced all around, and
your body took on a life of itself.
My body took on a life of its own. My shoes went one way, man. My computer bag went another way. But luckily I got these big things right here with me.
Those grappling hooks.
These grappling hooks, man. So I was able to, stop what could have been disastrous, But
you're okay. You didn't pull anything.
Oh no, didn't pull anything. No, I'm I still got good range of motion, so I'm okay. Thanks for asking.
Well, if that were the case, we have a medical clinic right here.
Yeah, I know that. Right. I absolutely know that. Yeah, I could go get seen.
You could go get seen, get looked at, observed.
Get looked at and observed.
Fondled. But in a good way.
Well, fondled. Oh, my God. What, do you work for the TSA now? Is that what's going on here?
I know, right?
You secretly work for TSA, don't you?
Now, before we get into our guest today, I got to ask, what's up with the trash talk that you're telling me? I mean, our Texans are, we limped into the playoffs.
Right.
We won a playoff game, but we still can't get respect.
No, you know what I think? I think the Patriots are nervous.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen these people talk this much trash about anyone else playing at their house.
I don't know.
I mean, they beat us up last time.
Yeah.
And then, our quarterback is the best we could find at the time. I mean, so I'm like, I don't understand what all the racket is about.
I know one thing. It's going to make for a good game.
It is going to make for a good game.
If you're in the Northeast and you're watching us or listening to us right now, chime in, say something.
Yeah.
If you don't like the way we're talking about the Patriots.
Who? Who is it again?
that stepsister team up there in the Northeast.
Yeah, I don't know. I often wonder about some of the stunts the NFL pulls. You remember the game earlier this year? They did a game over in Britain.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And one of the teams they sent was the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, very funny. Just kind of
twist the knife a little bit. Nanny boo boo. It's been 200 and some odd years, but there's still a little touch about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, I was listening to the BBC, and it was interesting. One of the guys on BBC was saying, "Well, it's the 4th of July, and the Americans are celebrating their independence." Well, in other news, and you could kind of tell, that he was still, and I'm like, wow, y'all still mad?
Yeah, you still upset about that? Huh?
Yeah,
wow,
never got over it.
Well, we do have a great guest today, and we're going to talk about entrepreneurship. We're also going to talk a little bit about becoming a government supplier. Our guest today is Miss Tandelyn Atkinson Weaver, and she is the executive director of the Kingdom Builders Center. So, for those of you who are not in the Houston area, we're going to talk a little bit about the Kingdom Builders Center, what it does, how it benefits small business entrepreneurship right here in our city. And Tandelyn, we want to say welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. I enjoy both of you, and you guys are so hilarious. I'm not sure if I'm the right person to be here or not, but I'm coming back.
All right.
We like to take the edge off of a tough day. That's all it is.
Yeah, we had a Hall of Fame radio personality come on the show.
Really?
Tandelyn.
And it wasn't me?
No, it wasn't you.
I'm sorry.
But it was really cool, though, because what she said was so cool. She said, you and John got it right, because you're talking about a business show, but it's at the end of the day, so you don't hit it too hard. We do have great content, but of course, we keep it light. Right?
Yeah, we like to keep it light. But now, getting into what the Kingdom Builder Center is, for those of our listeners who are not aware that this center exists and how they can plug in and tune in, tell us a little bit about the center.
Thank you very much. The Kingdom Builders Center actually is the vision of Pastor Kirby John Caldwell, and it is a 183,000 square foot new facility that is available for venues for any of our entrepreneurs who want to host seminars or workshops, or if you are a comedian and want to have a concert, then you guys might want to consider that, right? Okay, then we have nighttime events, concerts, and we also are we have a bookstore. We have the Entrepreneur Learning Center. We have a print and design center, all encompassed in one facility. So it is located in West Houston, a little bit about 10 minutes away from the Reliant Stadium.
Okay.
And it is a fantastic place. So I encourage our entrepreneurs, if they're looking for a great place to either rent as a boardroom, we have a wonderful boardroom with a whiteboard that fills up a whole wall and state-of-the-art AV and Wi-Fi all throughout the whole building. This could be an option. You can look at hotels. You can look at the Kingdom Builders Center.
And for those who have not had an opportunity to visit the center, I would definitely encourage you, if you're in the neighborhood, just stop by. I mean, it is absolutely breathtaking when you walk in and you see that this place is really state of the art. You guys really spared no expense in developing something that any entrepreneur would be proud of, or any business person would be proud to have some sort of event there. I mean, it's a wonderful edifice, and I think that it's going to do very well for the community. But speaking of which, now, if someone wanted to get in touch with you, or if they wanted to go online and take a look at what you guys have, where could they go?
Please go to www.KBC, that stands for Kingdom Builder Center, kbchouston.com. So again, that's www.kbchouston.com. Or you can give us a call at 713-726-2500, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Conferences have come in. We've had nonprofits. We've had major entities, for-profit entities, to come and have their conferences or breakfasts or luncheons there. Yeah. So it's a great place.
And plenty of parking right there on the grounds.
Free parking. Did we say free? Did we say free? Yeah.
So you're not parked on the street. You're not in the back of some neighborhood, blocking somebody in. I mean, it totally accommodates you, and I encourage everyone to take a look at it.
Thank you.
Now, you're teaching some classes there.
I am teaching some classes there.
So Tandelyn, how'd you get hooked up with my man?
I don't know, but I think he kind of wiggled his way in there.
Well, you know what? It's interesting, because what Tandelyn has been talking about is actually how we went about meeting, John, because the Kingdom Builder Center is one of the best kept secrets, I believe, in Houston, which is why we're on radio, to keep it from being a secret.
Certainly.
But their facility is fantastic. They literally had Michael Graves there. They've had a number of big name people come through and hold functions there.
Right.
And I happened to be at one of those things. And so after seeing what all she was doing, I became a fan instantly. And guess what? When you go by the KBC, you will too.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No
so
doubt.
that's kind of how. And I don't know, Tandelyn, when we come back from break, maybe we can drop a few names of people who's been through there, because you guys have some notables that's come through here in in 2012 for sure.
Yeah.
And so we want to drop a few names, make sure people understand the magnitude of this thing, guys, because I'm going to tell you what, it is one of the places to see and be if you're in and around the Houston area, no doubt.
And in addition to that, we're also going to talk about what's coming up on their 2013 schedule. So I'm certain that you guys have lots of programs for entrepreneurs. So we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back from the break. Guys, you're listening to the Small Business Today radio show with John Cruz and Irv Hughes. It's brought to you by Small Business Today magazine, the magazine that is for and about Houston's entrepreneurs. If you'd like a free copy of the magazine that we publish every single month, go to www.smallbusinesstodaymagazine.com, input your information, and we'll send one to your email inbox each and every month. Stay with us. Our guest today is Miss Tandelyn Weaver with the Kingdom Builder Center. There will be more right after this break.
Turn up the sales on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Anything Internet will evaluate your website for marketing power, for traffic, for conversion rates. We'll figure out why people buy and why people go away. We'll help you generate the correct traffic that will turn into customers and make you money. Turn the juice up on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Turn your website into a web business. 1-800-686-5986.
Very often, people come to me saying,
Stephen, how do I make radio advertising work?
Or even worse,
we've tried radio ads before and got little to no response.
So how do you make the radio work for you? Well, you could have a clever jingle.
Come buy my stuff. Come buy my stuff.
Or you may act crazy and loud and have an unbeatable offer.
I'll save you cash, I'll save you time, and I'll do it today, guaranteed.
But these techniques may work for some and not for others. The real key to advertising is to go back to basic marketing principles. Target your ideal prospect, make your message clear and concise, and touch the listener by connecting to their needs. Stephen K. Media specializes in radio advertising promotion that effectively broadcasts your company's message, yielding higher response and better results. As an independent agency representing major talk radio stations, we help you negotiate rates and place your ads targeting your ideal prospect. Call us today at 713-278-9109 or visit stephenk.biz. That's 713-278-9109 or email info@stephenk.biz. Are you looking to improve your health and well-being? Have you lost your energy and vitality? Do you wake up feeling 10 years older than you actually are? Looking for a doctor who really listens? Looking for a natural alternative to your chronic health challenge? Dr. Dan Cuny is a chiropractic nutritionist who helps restore your health from the inside out using whole food supplements and specific nutritional counseling. Learn more about Dr. Dan's 7 Pillars of Health on his website, drdancuny.com, or give him a call at 713-295-9358.
Introducing the alternative to heavy news. Now
Excuse me, heavy news?
You know, disasters, politics, stock market.
And this alternative is?
Coffee news. It's entertaining stories, famous quotes, and family fun. It's light news. Why it's so light, it's free.
Free?
In restaurants and coffee shops all across Houston. So next time you're waiting in a restaurant, look for coffee news. If they don't have it, tell them to get it by visiting coffeenewshouston.com.
It's light. It's free. It's coffee news.
With my Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus headset, I'm free. Free to talk to you while carrying a laptop bag, holding a cup of coffee, and fishing for my car keys. Now, you may ask me, Jim, is it really necessary to use the phone while doing all these things? And my answer is it really necessary not to? Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus. It's my so comfortable, why wouldn't I use it all day headset.
Get your Voyager Pro Plus at Plantronics.com.
You're listening to Small Business Today. Visit us on the web at cruzandhughes.com. Here are your hosts, Cruz and Hughes.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Our guest today is Miss Tandelyn Weaver. She is the executive director of the Kingdom Builders Center, which is located right here in Houston, Texas. Now, we're talking about what goes on at the Kingdom Builders Center. Now, we also said that going into the break that we would drop a few names.
Yeah, and there's been some names through there too, John.
Well, give us an idea of who comes through there. Who rents space there to
tell us about some of the parties you've thrown at
business engagements. The parties. So you want to know now? Now they're asking for secrets.
No. We want you to kiss and tell.
We can talk about.
Yeah, only talk about what you can talk about. Of course.
Well, over time, over the last 2 or 3 years, we've had a roast and toast with Yao Ming. From the Rockets. Yeah. We've had the NCAA to come out and do an event there. Coming up, we'll have the NBA All-Stars will be doing an event there. But we've had entertainers like Yolanda Adams and Marvin Sapp and David and Tamela Mann, the comedians from Meet the Browns. Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry's group.
They were just there, sold the place out.
I bet.
It was standing room only.
Were they good?
They were excellent. I couldn't.
Are they funny?
Not as funny as you guys.
You are too sweet.
They could come and take a lesson or two from me, but they were pretty cool.
I think she needs to come back.
Absolutely.
No, thank you for that.
But we've also had our, HISD superintendent has hosted the VIPs, what they call the volunteers in public schools, the VIPS program. So locally and nationally, we've had different events.
Now, did I hear you say something about the Smithsonian at the break?
The Smithsonian has come twice just in the fall.
Now, what exactly do they do when they come? Do they bring artifacts? I mean,
wow.
Is it dinosaurs?
Well, no. Let's see. You might know about that. No. Okay. But they've come and had they conducted a conference at our facility.
Okay.
But they also, for those people who want to become a part of the Smithsonian African American New Museum, that's going to be up in 2014, the KBC was selected as the initial place nationally to host their membership drive. So they came here, brought down all their folks. For those of you who might be interested in the African American Museum that will be opening up, they are in the midst of their membership drive right now, and they're coming back again in February.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now, I want to circle back to something we kind of started at the top of the show about, because 183,000 square feet.
Right. Make sure you have all the zeros.
Yeah. I mean,
that's not a small facility.
This is a big place, John.
Yeah. That's correct.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it's tricked out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
all
screens
the bells and whistles.
Yeah, I mean, there's screens everywhere. I mean, I immediately feel like I should do something when I go over there. It's just I feel like, okay, I need to get something done here.
Yeah, right.
It's just
step it up.
It puts you in a business state of mind. You guys also have a full gymnasium in there. If
we do, and actually, it's an NBA the NBA quality floor. They really designed it like an NBA basketball court. So
Now I got to ask Tandelyn, if somebody that's fortunate enough to be in the #1 entrepreneur city in America, Houston, and they want to come over and take a tour or visit the Kingdom Builder Center, can they do that, or do they need to call, email? I mean, because folks, let me tell you, this is a place you might want to just go visit. It's a place to see.
They absolutely are welcome to come by, and we're happy to give them a tour. As a matter of fact, speaking of entrepreneurs, we have a very strong relationship with SCORE.
Sure.
And they come out every month and do a particular workshop, and we have folks from all over the city, Galveston, Lamar, Conroe, Woodlands, they all come out. We have a relationship with Constant Contact.
Sure.
They've come out several times last year. We're looking forward to having them come back out. So small business programming and tools you can find through our workshops at the KBC. But if you yourself if you are an expert or a guru, come and see us. Let us rent a room for you so that you may have your workshops or seminars there.
Now, speaking of which, you guys have an entrepreneur center.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the entrepreneur center. What goes on there?
The Entrepreneur Center, well, I will have to say we are steadily working on trying to create an incubator where we not only have a facility where you can come and meet your clients and have access, again, to the Wi-Fi, but through that, we're getting ready to start a CEO forum as well that would allow that would allow you to be mentored by other CEOs, as well as the leader, whoever's facilitating that particular monthly meeting. So we're planning to start that hopefully in February.
That's awesome.
Yeah, February or March.
And you guys have classes for people who are either in small business or want to be in business. And they can go on the website and look and see what your schedule is.
They may have to call us right now, or I would like for them to join our email system.
Gotcha.
I will have to say, we're right in the middle of really upgrading and stepping up our website, in which case there will be a calendar that will show you going forward what we will be offering. But if you contact us at events at TheBiz, that's TheBiz as in zebra.com, we can add you to our email list, and we would love to do that because we're offering great workshops such as government supply contracting.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm just thrilled to have met you, Tandelyn, and to I was taken really by your passion for entrepreneurship and small business.
Thank you.
And really the commitment that you've made to have an economic impact on our community. That's a big deal.
Yes.
A lot of people talk at Tandelyn, and I can say this. I don't want you to say it, but I can say this. There's a lot of people running around talking about they're for small business, they support entrepreneurship, but when you get done talking, then you got to have folks who do it. Right. And one of the things that I was immediately excited about is that you do it.
Thank you.
I would have to concur. And when I think about walking through the KBC, and you told me that this is the brainchild of Pastor Kirby John Caldwell.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, man, this was a huge vision.
No doubt.
And I've been to many, many churches where, even the church that I belonged to for years, we had a building fund. We never built anything. but we had great intentions. And then to be able to walk into a facility like this, I mean, it is absolutely mind-blowing that you guys were able to accomplish this. And and to go and look at your plans and, when you guys say, well, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, I am a believer.
Yeah, you can't help but be a believer. You're standing in it.
I am a believer.
Standing in the vision, man. But you're absolutely right. And the thing that I'll jump in and just say this. I'm president of my own company. I have a company that does contract financing, and one of the things that I was able to do, and I want to encourage other business people in and around the area, go and check out the KBC. If you have some information, some expertise, some experience where you are willing and open to bring your experience to bear to help somebody grow their business, that's a great place to go and do it. I'm scheduled through 2013 to teach these supplier contracts.
So this is your home now.
This is home base, man. This base of operations right there. And I'm proud to say that I was able to connect up with people like this. And I want to say this, folks, you will be treated fairly. It will be fun. And let me just say this, I'm going to throw this out, because when you're doing a lot of things, running around, building your business, things can happen that you didn't plan for.
Yeah.
One of the things that has consistently impressed me is when you're doing something with a lot of people around town and something doesn't go quite right, doesn't happen like you expected, now what do you do?
Right.
And this is the thing that consistently impresses me with the KBC and her team, Tandelyn's team over there. You know what? They're like I am, man. They can adjust and make it right.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that about them. And it makes it so easy to do business with them, and feel proud to do business with them.
And again, I want to impress upon you, as Tandelyn said, if you are a guru, you're looking for a place to hold your seminars, your workshops, this is a great place for you. Parking is very, very accessible. It's on the property. It's free. This is a good place. And I came to your first class that you gave.
Yeah, you did.
You had a great turnout.
The Reverend John Cruz.
Well,
you wear two hats now. The business.
Well, the only thing I do is take up the offering. That's the only thing I do.
John,
finance guy.
John came in and talked about the gospel of profit, PROFIT. And let me tell you what, we absolutely had a blast. In fact, John, this Friday we're on the 11th. We're going to have another one of those seminars. It's going to be the first of the year for 2013.
Yeah, that is correct.
And we're really, really excited. Of course, every time we come there, of course, we talk about Small Business Today Radio with Cruz and Hughes right there. And we bring our magazine, and a lot of people are really excited about the magazine, really stunned by it because of the growth that we've had with that and the success we continue to have with the magazine. And it's just a great situation. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you have the opportunity to come out and join us, it's a free seminar. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. It's going to be happening this coming Friday at the Kingdom Builder Center, and you can just show up there at 6011 West Orem. That's where it is. And we're going to be there from 10 to 12, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things to help you get your head on straight and help you build out what your strategy is going to be for 2013. And so, Tandelyn has been so supportive of the program, and because of that, so many other people around the city and around the state, now around the country, have been very, very supportive of what we're doing over there.
When we come back, I want to sort of address a few points that you're going to cover in this week's seminar. Also give some information where people can go and make certain that they are registered for the day's event. Now, Tandelyn, before we go to break, are you guys going to eventually have some type of webcast where people who are not in the state of Texas or the city of Houston could potentially participate in some of the events that go on there?
I will tell you, it is on the drawing board. Okay. And so, probably with some experts to my right can help me, but it is on the drawing board. And I do just want to add that we have rooms as small as that can accommodate 10 people. Up to 2,500 people. Sure. So just let us know what works for you.
So from 10 to 2,500, they can house your event. It's called the Kingdom Builder Center. More in a moment with Miss Tandelyn Weaver right after this break.
All right.
Are you looking to improve your health and well-being? Have you lost your energy and vitality? Do you wake up feeling 10 years older than you actually are? Looking for a doctor who really listens? Looking for a natural alternative to your chronic health challenge? Dr. Dan Cooney is a chiropractic nutritionist who helps restore your health from the inside out using whole food supplements and specific nutritional counseling. Learn more about Dr. Dan's 7 Pillars of Health on his website, drdancooney.com, or give him a call at 713-295-9358.
Introducing the alternative to heavy news. Now at...
Excuse me, heavy news?
Disasters, politics, stock market.
And this alternative is...
Coffee News. It's entertaining stories, famous quotes, and family fun. It's light news. Why it's so light, it's free.
Free?
In restaurants and coffee shops all across Houston. So next time you're waiting in a restaurant, look for Coffee News. If they don't have it, tell them to get it by visiting coffeenewshouston.com.
It's light. It's free. It's Coffee News.
With my Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus headset, I'm free. Free to talk to you while carrying a laptop bag, holding a cup of coffee, and fishing for my car keys. Now, you may ask me, Jim, is it really necessary to use the phone while doing all these things? My answer is it really necessary not to? Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus. It's my so comfortable, why wouldn't I use it all day headset.
Get your Voyager Pro Plus at Plantronics.com.
Turn up the sales on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Anything Internet will evaluate your website for marketing power, for traffic, for conversion rates. We'll figure out why people buy and why people go away. We'll help you generate the correct traffic that will turn into customers and make you money. Turn the juice up on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Turn your website into a web business. 1-800-686-5986.
Very often, people come to me saying,
Stephen, how do I make radio advertising work?
Or even worse,
we've tried radio ads before and got little to no response.
So how do you make the radio work for you? Well, you could have a clever jingle.
Come buy my stuff. Come buy my stuff.
Or you may act crazy and loud and have an unbeatable offer.
I'll save you cash, I'll save you time, and I'll do it today, guaranteed.
But these techniques may work for some and not for others. The real key to advertising is to go back to basic marketing principles. Target your ideal prospect, make your message clear and concise, and touch the listener by connecting to their needs. Stephen K. Media specializes in radio advertising promotion that effectively broadcasts your company's message, yielding higher response and better results. As an independent agency representing major talk radio stations, we help you negotiate rates and place your ads targeting your ideal prospect. Call us today at 713-278-9109 or visit stephenk.biz. That's 713-278-9109 or email info@stephenk.biz.
You're listening to Small Business Today with Cruz and Hughes. Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. We're wherever you are.
Okay, welcome back to the show. Our guest today is Miss Tandelyn Weaver. She is the Executive Director of the Kingdom Builder Center. We spent the last 30 minutes or so talking about the benefits of attending the Kingdom Builder Center, using that in your small business. If you're having events, if you're having luncheons, they can accommodate groups from the size of 10 people.
Yeah.
They got a room for you if you only have 10 people, and they can go up to 2,500. Did you say?
That's correct.
That's a lot of
That's
people.
a lot.
Man,
that's how
my head.
multi-purpose and multifunctional
So
we
I
are.
could, if I had a little school, I could hold a graduation there, right?
We do. We've had yes, we do. HISD holds their graduations there.
Not bad.
At the end of June, at the end of May and June. Yes, we do.
They have an NBA regulation size court, so if you got a team that you're putting together, you can give them a call, and I'm sure they can figure something out. Now, we talked going into the break about the government supplier contracting course that's coming up this Friday.
That's right. Well, it's the seminar, and then the training is on Saturday.
The seminar to tell you a little bit about what goes on in the training.
Correct.
Okay. And in that seminar, let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be covering.
Okay.
So I'm hearing government supply contracting, and I'm thinking, okay, is this about selling stuff to the government?
Yes.
So I nailed it.
You nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. And I love your word stuff.
Yeah, it's
because
stuff, you know?
You know what? Just to give you an example, a lot of people who come to that training, folks, if you never considered having supply contracting as a part of your business, that's really what it's about. In this Friday's seminar, we're going to talk about what those opportunities are to sell to the government. A lot of people ask the question, well, first of all, I've sort of thought about selling to the government, and then I put it out of my mind because it's a hassle, or two, I put it out of my mind because I don't know what the government buys.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the thing that we hear the most. And the truth is, the government buys stuff.
Yeah.
They buy everything because they don't make anything. They just buy stuff.
So when you say everything, just to give a reference, we're talking paper clips, uniforms, shoes, vehicles,
yes,
food products,
yes,
marketing.
Oh, I got to jump in right here, John. I just saw an opportunity. This is a bid opportunity, true story, for carrots.
Oh,
carrots. Like what you eat? Like what Bugs Bunny eats.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Carrots. The state of Texas is trying to buy carrots.
Interesting.
And unfortunately, nobody bid on the carrots.
Oh.
And
so what do they got to do? Run down to HEB?
Well, no. I mean, they can't do that. They have to buy from a registered vendor. That's the problem.
Now, put that into context. Now, that means that if the government needs something and nobody fulfills the bid,
that bid expires. And they have to put it back out there until somebody steps up and says, hey, we can sell you that.
So if you're listening and you grow carrots.
That's right.
And here's the thing. Even if you're not in the state of Texas, can you still bid?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me just tell you what. This bid was for a substantial amount of carrots, folks. So let me tell you what. If you're growing carrots or if you know someone who is growing carrots, you have an opportunity.
Now, the class or the course, I come at no cost. You talk about, hey, these are the opportunities. This is what's available.
Yeah.
And when we talk about that, most people, believe that there's too much red tape in doing business with the government. I think that's one of the biggest.
Yes. Oh, no,
apprehensions.
Absolutely. Let me back up on a couple of things. First of all, the seminar, guys, is free. The training is not. You have to pay to go to the training. It is a 12-hour certificate course, and yes, you will do 12 class hours with me, by the way. And I'm not easy, but I'm fun. You'll see. But so to be clear on that, so yes, you can come to the seminar. The seminar is absolutely free because it's more of an orientation.
Okay.
Now, with that said, though. The red tape that people are talking about in trying to get set up to sell to the government is absolutely true. It's red tape and it's a hassle unless somebody helps you know what to do and how to do it, which is why we're holding this training. That's why we have 12 hours of class time, because literally part of that training, John, is going line by line through the paperwork necessary for your company to get set up so that you can sell to the government.
So what I'm filling out is not a case study on some business that somebody else runs.
No,
I'm filling out line by line from my own organization.
For your own organization, even if you just started it.
Can I jump in here for a second?
Please jump in.
Irv, I didn't know Irv before a year ago.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I have attended this class myself, primarily because I really wanted to see what it was all about.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It's awesome. It is awesome. I'm not saying that because Irv is sitting next to me, but he has taken something that has been so fuzzy, so beyond your fingertips. You're not sure which way to go.
Sure.
And he's made it crystal clear. And I have seen people from the first few classes that he has taught come back. They are jubilant. They're like, this works. And so Irv has a formula, he has a plan, he has a class that takes you step by step. My sister has attended this class, and she is a fan of this. So she's my partner, and she's ahead of me. She's like, she is working it from A to Z. So we are very excited about having, just we meaning the KBC. Number one is we're excited about having him to teach this class. Sure. Personally, I am very excited that you are teaching this class, and I'm glad I went through your class.
Well, I'm actually.
I had to take the test too.
Okay, wait a second. There's a test at the end.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Should I have said that?
There is absolutely a test. But you know what? I tell everybody that. Okay, guys, you better do your homework, because yes, there's a test.
But you know what? And I have to say that doing your homework, what better homework to do than something that's going to positively affect your economic outlook?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like you're trying to figure out what year the Declaration of Independence was signed or something like that. That may not be relevant to you.
No.
But, I mean, you're working on your business. This is your project, your baby. Now,
Absolutely.
I got to ask, what happens if I fail the test?
Well, guess what? You get to come back.
I got to take the course again.
You can take the course again. The test gives us a benchmark, if you will, to tell us where you might be weak in some areas. Okay. And the idea of it is not to indict you and tell you are a bad person. It's to find out where you might be lacking, so that in the learning process, let me tell you what the cool thing is. You ready for this?
Let me hear.
Yes, you pay for the training. But once you paid for the training, you can come back as often as you like or need to without paying again.
Very nice.
And that's a feature that I absolutely held ground on because I understand this is a learning curve. And let me tell you what, folks, if you've never done this before, this is the class for you. If you are experienced in supply contracting, or maybe you've got a service business and you've been successful in being a contractor in that, guess what? This is the class for you. If you're already in the supply business, guess what? We're going to make you better because you're absolutely going to learn what you didn't know in this class. It's not fluff. It's more like a lab, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it is.
Because you're gonna do it. It's not like we're going to stand here and just yell at you.
Right.
You are actually going to do it.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tandelyn.
Well, what I wanted to be able to say is that in many businesses, usually you have to have already a skill in place to get your business going. This is one area, and I am telling you the truth, this is one area that you do not have to know about supply contracting before walking in the door. If you know zero, you will learn what you need to know in order to be a success in this business. And that's what I really like.
Sure.
You don't have to already have done this before to do this.
So even if I don't know what I could possibly sell, but I do know that I want to have a business that sells to the government.
Right.
Yes.
You're going to tell me what I can sell?
I'm going to tell you what they're buying.
Oh, he's very precise.
Wow.
Very precise.
I'm going to tell you what they're buying. If you say, well, I don't have the right connections, I'm going to give you the connections. If you tell me, well, I have no idea how to, I don't know
how to bid.
I don't know how to bid. I'm going to tell you how to bid.
Yes, he does that too.
So you can tell me, depending on what I'm selling, how I should structure my bid so that it would be considered.
That's right. That's right.
You're going to also give me the places and the people that I need to discuss or talk to
That's correct.
Put that bid together.
And then you might say, well, wait a minute. If you give me the places and the people to talk to, I don't really know what to say to them.
Oh.
So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you what to say to them. I'm going to give you the words. Yes, that's right, folks. I'm going to put words in your mouth.
I'm still thinking of an excuse of why I should not come to this class.
John, you're going to have a hard time. You see, that was my frame of thinking, too. I was trying to find a reason not that this must not work. He convinced me. That's all I can say.
And then after having gone through the course,
yes,
you enjoyed it.
Yes.
You passed the test.
I did pass the test.
Yes, you did.
I actually got a certificate. I have it on my wall. So we are, and we are doing business as we speak. You know, we're out there looking for the bids, scouring the internet.
Wow.
Plan to go down and meet some folks face to face. So Irv has given you the step-by-step blueprint. I've attended a lot of seminars. I'm saying this without, I'm not joking.
Sure.
You've given us a step-by-step blueprint that is very rare to find in a workshop situation. Yeah. And in 12 hours, that's a lot of good information.
Yes. Well, I think I just found an excuse. I'm going to hold it until we come back.
All right.
I got a reason why.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good enough. Folks, you're listening to Small Business Today with Cruz and Hughes. It's brought to you by Sales Nexus. Folks, if you're looking for a good customer relationship management system and you want that to be online, consider Sales Nexus. You know what you can do? You can go right on their website to salesnexus.com. You can download your free trial copy, and when you do, you actually get the opportunity to populate your brand new customer relationship management with brand new leads. More in a moment, right after these messages.
Turn up the sales on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Anything Internet will evaluate your website for marketing power, for traffic, for conversion rates. We'll figure out why people buy and why people go away. We'll help you generate the correct traffic that will turn into customers and make you money. Turn the juice up on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Turn your website into a web business. 1-800-686-5986.
Very often, people come to me saying,
Stephen, how do I make radio advertising work?
Or even worse,
we've tried radio ads before and got little to no response.
So how do you make the radio work for you? Well, you could have a clever jingle.
Come buy my stuff. Come buy my stuff.
Or you may act crazy and loud and have an unbeatable offer.
I'll save you cash, I'll save you time, and I'll do it today, guaranteed.
But these techniques may work for some and not for others. The real key to advertising is to go back to basic marketing principles. Target your ideal prospect, make your message clear and concise, and touch the listener by connecting to their needs. Stephen K. Media specializes in radio advertising promotion that effectively broadcasts your company's message, yielding higher response and better results. As an independent agency representing major talk radio stations, we help you negotiate rates and place your ads targeting your ideal prospect. Call us today at 713-278-9109 or visit stephenk.biz. That's 713-278-9109 or email info@stephenk.biz. Are you looking to improve your health and well-being? Have you lost your energy and vitality? Do you wake up feeling 10 years older than you actually are? Looking for a doctor who really listens? Looking for a natural alternative to your chronic health challenge? Dr. Dan Cooney is a chiropractic nutritionist who helps restore your health from the inside out using whole food supplements and specific nutritional counseling. Learn more about Dr. Dan's 7 Pillars of Health on his website, drdancooney.com, or give him a call at 713-295-9358.
Introducing the alternative to heavy news. Now at...
Excuse me, heavy news?
You know, disasters, politics, stock market.
And this alternative is...
Coffee news. It's entertaining stories, famous quotes, and family fun. It's light news. Why it's so light, it's free.
Free?
In restaurants and coffee shops all across Houston. So next time you're waiting in a restaurant, look for coffee news. If they don't have it, tell them to get it by visiting coffeenewshouston.com.
It's light. It's free. It's coffee news.
With my Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus headset, I'm free. Free to talk to you while carrying a laptop bag, holding a cup of coffee, and fishing for my car keys. Now, you may ask me, Jim, is it really necessary to use the phone while doing all these things? My answer is it really necessary not to? Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus. It's my so comfortable, why wouldn't I use it all day headset.
Get your Voyager Pro Plus at Plantronics.com.
You're listening to Small Business Today. Visit us on the web at cruiseandhughes.com. Here are your hosts, Cruz and Hughes.
Okay, welcome back to the show. Our guest today is Ms. Tandelyn Weaver. She is the executive director of the Kingdom Builder Center, and we're talking about one of the events that's happening there this Friday, which is January the 11th. Irvin is going to be hosting a class there, or a seminar, or a workshop, and he's going to be talking about how do you become a government supplier? How do you sell stuff to the government?
That's right.
Now, I've been sitting here looking for any excuse that I could come up with of why I should not go. I don't know what to sell. You tell me everything that the government buys.
I'm going to tell you.
I don't know who to talk to. You tell me who to talk to.
I'm going to tell you who to talk to.
I don't know what to say.
I'm going to tell you what to say.
I don't know how to put together a bid.
I'm going to tell you how to put together your bid.
I got one for you.
Okay.
I have terrible credit.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to loan me money. So even if I did set up a business, went through your program, got all this information, if I were able to get a bid, where am I going to get the money to supply the bid?
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. So,
and did I mention I didn't have good credit?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make certain that
you mentioned that. Look, here's the thing. Access to capital is an issue. We would agree. We would all agree.
For small businesses.
Absolutely. Access to capital is just an issue for small businesses. And let me just tell you, since 2008, a lot of people don't know, but let me tell you what, folks, the world as we knew it changed in 2008.
Rebirth.
It was absolute rebirth. Your 650 credit score doesn't work at the bank anymore.
Yeah.
All right. And there are three people, if you're in small businesses, in a small business and you're looking for access to capital, there are three significant sources of capital that literally stepped away from you if you're still back there. And that's banks, number one. Number two, credit unions.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, let me tell you what, banks and credit unions. Now, I like credit unions more than I like banks, all right? Because they're a little bit less stringent on credit. But you hit a hot button talking about credit.
Right.
And then lastly, investors. A lot of people have looked at investors as a potential source of capital. But guess what? Investors want to see companies with existing revenues. And so if you're pre-revenue, and getting an investor may not be the best and easiest road for you to go to.
Very true.
All right. Not only that, but you're going to sell a piece of your business. And do you want that?
Right.
Don't know. All right. So now with that said, John, if I'm getting into this business and I do mess around and win a contract, now I'm in trouble because now I got to mortgage the house.
That's right. How am I going to come up with the money?
Yeah. And here's the thing. What we teach you in the course is that, number one, if you sell on credit, then you have to buy on credit. But now I heard you, John. You said, well, I don't have good credit.
That's right.
Well, here's the point. We're going to provide you with the credit and the working capital that you need. We're going to give you both.
Wait a second. You're telling me that you're going to teach me this business.
I'm going to teach you the business.
You're going to hold my hand, make sure I get all the paperwork correct.
You're going to get all the headache, the red tape, all that stuff you hate. You're going to get it right.
And if I were able to secure a contract,
right,
you're going to also help me raise the money needed to be able to supply that contract.
You don't have to raise the money. I'm going to actually approve you for credit before you get your first contract. Because I don't want you scared or nervous. I want you aggressively building your business.
Wow.
And you can't do that if you know you don't have the money to do it.
Tandelyn, I can't come up with...
He's telling the truth.
I can't come up with any more excuses. I
don't think there are any. You have exhausted your list, okay? He's got an answer for everything, and it's true.
It's absolutely true. Let me tell you what. And I'm going to just throw this out, John. I've never put this out here, but I'm going to just tell you. Since we came back from the Christmas and New Year's break, all right, January 2nd, we've already approved. Now, these are startups, folks. If you're listening to this show, these are startup companies. Just this past, what's today? Today is just, we're in week one, just finished week one.
Yeah.
And guess what? We've already done $500,000 in approvals.
Wow.
In a week.
Wow.
That's right now.
Do you walk on water too?
No.
Okay.
No. Just turn it into wine.
So here's the point: if somebody is looking to start or expand a small business, even if you think, this government thing may not be for me, that's why we do this free seminar on Friday. Come out there and hear it for yourself. And then if you're not interested, you're not interested.
Walk away. No harm, no foul.
I'm not naive. This is not for everybody.
Right.
But you know what? You owe it to yourself to come and hear for yourself whether or not this might be a fit for you.
Now, Tandelyn, I have to ask you, you see a lot of small business people coming through the Kingdom Builder Center.
Yes.
What would you say is the mood of small business? What are your thoughts on entrepreneurship right now in terms of are people are they a little deflated or?
Absolutely. Number one, they have a passion. They know what they want to do, but you've said it, the access to capital and sometimes the know-how.
Yes.
What is it that how do I get here? They think I'm just using this as an example, if they make great cupcakes,
sure.
How do you make great cupcakes for the family and actually make that a business?
Certainly.
So sometimes it's the know-how, and we do provide programming for that, but it is the money. How do you have enough money to step it up and take it to the next level? And the economy has not been very friendly.
That's true. That's very true. And that's why I applaud what you guys are doing at the Kingdom Builders Center, because you're bringing the type of lessons, you're bringing the type of programs there that help you get the know-how, help you find the financing and capital that you need.
Yes.
I had no idea, Irv, until, and this is serious, until I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, that you were that you had added that component to your course.
That's right.
And I was floored, and as you could, I'm not always easily amazed.
That's true.
I'm the guy that falls asleep at the circus.
Boy.
I've seen more than a couple clowns.
That's
and these
exactly
two,
right.
But the thing is, when you told me, hey, John, I have this component where not only am I teaching these people, but I'm showing them, if you go out and you do this, and capital becomes your problem, you still don't have a problem.
And I think that's what makes this program really a step above everybody else, is because you can go and take a course, get the binder.
Absolutely.
Put it on the shelf eventually, but if you take this course and do what Irv says, the potential for your success is so great.
That's right.
Because then he helps you on the back end.
Yes.
He helps you on the back end.
That's exactly right. In fact,
with the funding.
I appreciate you saying that, because what I've noticed is that people, once they know they're approved, they know they have credit now.
Oh my God, the morale is improved.
It's amazing how aggressive they get. One of the people I got a text from this morning, he was at a meeting, at a really large opportunity kind of meeting, talking about contracting, and you could tell he was excited in the text, so he put exclamations all the way across, and he literally said, "I'm the only supply contractor here. Everybody else is selling services."
Wow.
And he was just thrilled that he was the only supply. And he said that when the meeting was over, he just got, he got rushed for a business card.
You got to take this course. You have no excuse. Irv, how do they contact you?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You can go and register for the course. Go to Net30. That's NET 30, the number 30, net30credit.com. And just put your name in there. It's a real simple little form, your name and email, and we'll send you back all your enrollment information, a syllabus. We'll tell you all the stuff we're going to do in the schedule and all that good jazz. So it'll absolutely be great. And you know what? When we come back, we'll be in the home stretch, so we'll hit a few points, and then
no doubt.
We'll let Tandelyn out, but not without asking her a couple of questions. Folks, you're listening to Small Business Today with Cruz and Hughes. It's brought to you by DirecTV, with over 285 channels and NFL Sunday Ticket. Packages start at just $29.99 a month. You can sign up today by calling 888-344-9296. Don't go away. We're in the home stretch. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to improve your health and well-being? Have you lost your energy and vitality? Do you wake up feeling 10 years older than you actually are? Looking for a doctor who really listens? Looking for a natural alternative to your chronic health challenge? Dr. Dan Cooney is a chiropractic nutritionist who helps restore your health from the inside out using whole food supplements and specific nutritional counseling. Learn more about Dr. Dan's 7 Pillars of Health on his website, drdancooney.com, or give him a call at 713-295-9358.
Introducing the alternative to heavy news. Now,
excuse me, heavy news?
You know, Disasters, politics, stock market.
And this alternative is
Coffee News. It's entertaining stories, famous quotes, and family fun. It's light news. Why it's so light, it's free.
free.
In restaurants and coffee shops all across Houston. So next time you're waiting in a restaurant, look for Coffee News. If they don't have it, tell them to get it by visiting coffeenewshouston.com.
It's light. It's free. It's Coffee News.
With my Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus headset, I'm free. Free to talk to you while carrying a laptop bag, holding a cup of coffee, and fishing for my car keys. Now, you may ask me, Jim, is it really necessary to use the phone while doing all these things? My answer is it really necessary not to? Plantronics Voyager Pro Plus. It's my so comfortable, why wouldn't I use it all day headset.
Get your Voyager Pro Plus at Plantronics.com.
Turn up the sales on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Anything Internet will evaluate your website for marketing power, for traffic, for conversion rates. We'll figure out why people buy and why people go away. We'll help you generate the correct traffic that will turn into customers and make you money. Turn the juice up on your website today with anythinginternet.com. Turn your website into a web business. 1-800-686-5986.
Very often, people come to me saying,
Stephen, how do I make radio advertising work?
or even worse,
We've tried radio ads before and got little to no response.
so how do you make the radio work for you? Well, you could have a clever jingle.
Come buy my stuff. Come buy my stuff.
Or you may act crazy and loud and have an unbeatable offer.
I'll save you cash, I'll save you time, and I'll do it today, guaranteed.
But these techniques may work for some and not for others. The real key to advertising is to go back to basic marketing principles. Target your ideal prospect, make your message clear and concise, and touch the listener by connecting to their needs. Stephen K. Media specializes in radio advertising promotion that effectively broadcasts your company's message, yielding higher response and better results. As an independent agency representing major talk radio stations, we help you negotiate rates and place your ads targeting your ideal prospect. Call us today at 713-278-9109 or visit stephenk.biz. That's 713-278-9109 or email info@stephenk.biz.
You're listening to Small Business Today with Cruz and Hughes. Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. We're wherever you are.
Okay, welcome back to the final segment of the Cruz and Hughes Hour. Our guest today has been Miss Tandelyn Weaver. She is the Executive Director of the Kingdom Builder Center. And Tandelyn, before we go out, I'd be remiss if I did not ask you once again to give the telephone number to the Kingdom Builder Center along with the temporary web address that you guys are using.
Yes, thanks, John. The telephone number, if you want to come to any of our workshops or seminars, or you yourself want to rent a room so you can give a workshop or seminar, telephone number is 713-726-2500, 713-726-2500, and the website is www.kbchouston.com.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Tandelyn, give our listeners some parting gifts, if you will, about your views on entrepreneurship. Maybe just 3 points that they can take away, things that you've learned, things that you've seen that could be helpful for some of our listeners.
First of all, it helps to be passionate, but it helps to understand your business. So you must do the research. You must take the class. You must go and get counseling or get a mentor to help you understand what market are you in. And again, something like this government contract supply is an excellent opportunity. Number 2, I would say that just don't be afraid. All right? Go work through your fear and get to the goal. All right?
That's awesome.
Okay.
Keep your eye on the prize.
Keep your eye on the prize.
Well, the class is this Friday. The time again?
It's going to be at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. to 12 noon, and yes, we start at 10:05. So you
be on time.
You want to be on time because you're going to miss a lot.
Bring something to write with.
Bring something to write with and write on because you are absolutely going to want to take notes.
Tandelyn, we appreciate you so much
Thank
for coming
you so
and
much.
doing the show with us. We're going to have you back again soon.
Thank you. Appreciate
Guys, we want to thank you for tuning in to Small Business Today with Cruz and Hughes. I'm John Cruz.
I'm Irv Hughes.
And this is the place where we discuss the topics that inspires entrepreneurs from thought to action. Until tomorrow, be smart, be successful, and above all else,
be in action.
And Irv and I will see you tomorrow.
Take care.